We're here today with Sandy Mackay at Mackay Realty, right? Or Mackay Executive?
Mackay Realty Network.
Okay, all right. So Sandy, let me know, what do you provide to your customers in the Hamilton area that makes you different from other real estate agents?
Yeah, so Mackay Realty Network, we really have a big focus on building generational wealth amongst all the other great services that I think pretty much every realtor will boast about, creating great experiences and being there for them through the whole transaction and supporting them throughout and beyond. Our big focus is building generational wealth. So that comes in many forms. That could be through an investment transaction and then helping them build that next step towards their wealth for themselves or their families. It also could just be in a typical sale of a property and making sure that that money gets built up and towards wherever that client is desiring for their families.
Amazing. So Sandy, I know we talked and touched about your rental program. You have a property management.
Yeah, we also have a property management company, so tying that in with the real estate transactions. We have a full service company there to support investors mainly through buying that rental. The next step is how are they going to actually sit there and manage all these properties. A lot of our clients.
That was always my biggest issue. That when you said that to me, I was like, I haven't heard a lot of real estate agents having that option, and that's a great option because then you can, there's a lot of people that are, I guess, hesitant to get into that rental market because they're like, I don't want to talk to the tenant. I don't want to deal with the tenant. So, what does your office like? What do you guys offer with that program?
It's full service, right? So we can do everything to do with the management of a property to the point where a client can buy a property and they can be from Vancouver, let's say, and everything can be taken care of here on the ground in Hamilton and the surrounding areas where they buy the property. We're going to find the tenant for them. We're going to help place that tenant, obviously do credit checks and all that type of thing and make sure they're approved.
So you do the credit checks. That's amazing.
Yeah, and then everything beyond that. So you get a leaky toilet and someone's on vacation, you're not gonna have to worry about it. It's gonna be dealt with here in house, and
that's amazing. So where do you see 2019? Yeah, quick question.
Market or in general?
Where do you see? Where do you see it?
I think there's a lot of different changes that could happen. No crystal ball, of course, but I think we're gonna see some more growth. Actually, it might be a slow growth. Last year we kind of. A lot of people maybe think we tanked as a market.
We actually tripled in business, so.
Yeah, so there you go. So values of properties maybe didn't go up as they have been a few years past. I kind of see that continuing, maybe a steady growth. Mm-hmm. If we're sitting here in a year from now and we say the market's gone up 5-6% across kind of greater Hamilton area, that's probably where I see it.
That's amazing. Sandy, where does your heart lie in the market? I know you love downtown Hamilton. I love your passion for it. Why?
I live downtown Hamilton. I'm not originally from Hamilton. I've only ever lived downtown Hamilton, actually.
Oh, wow.
As I've lived in the area. So yeah, I just think there's so much growth happening here. It's a gentrifying area. It's a hot area for younger professionals right now. I think you can come here and work in Toronto still very easily. That commute is actually getting even easier. And this year especially too, we're going to see so many new developments in Hamilton, and the skyline's going to be changing a lot. Like the next 4, 5, 6 years in Hamilton, downtown especially, is going to be night and day. I think if you look at the skyline, and as people drive across the bridge there, as they bypass the city there, they're going to see the skyline changing. It's going to get a lot more attractive. So many cool now hip restaurants coming in, and a lot of the Toronto chefs and restaurant owners are coming this way for cheaper space, and they're able to still have some great products. And so yeah, I think it's got a great vibe. I think it's still growing, and it's going to continue that way. I think from what I hear, talking to people in other outside areas, Ancaster, Mountain, and all that, they always still have that kind of.
They have that misconception, and I wanted to say that. I grew up downtown Hamilton. I love downtown Hamilton. So when I met you and you said you lived downtown Hamilton, I was like, I always had a passion for it. I think it's a great developing area. It's up and coming now. It's being rebuilt, right? So I love seeing that. But it's what it was when I was a kid growing up there. We would be out till 9, 10 o'clock. There was no hesitation. The misconception now, I think it's changing. It's changing big time. So it's great to see that, you know, you're passionate about downtown Hamilton. It's honestly great. So your team, how big is your team?
So we're spread across now. We have a team in Niagara as well, and we have 14 agents now across the Golden Horseshoe. So basically we can service basically Oakville all the way down to Niagara now. And I'll include Brantford in there. We're doing a pretty strong push this year out in Brantford.
Nice.
Because it's a great kind of growth market for investors, and we see a lot of opportunity out that way as well. So yeah, we have 14 agents. We also have a big back end of support staff locally and also virtual as well to help our team grow. And we can service a pretty big area now with all that help there. And I think we're going to probably increase that a lot this year as well as we continue our growth. So
awesome. Sandy, it was awesome talking to you. Thank you so much for taking the time.
Awesome. Thanks for having me on.